Well, hello everyone. And if you were around last week, you are familiar with the fact that our Nuzlocke came to a rather uneventful end, which was, I don't know. I should have done other things to prepare better for that fight, and I just failed to do so. So we will be doing um, a reset on this, but I'm still going to stick with against my better judgment, the picker wheel for our starter. I think Bulbasaur is the best option, but we're going to go based off of whoever we get as we restart this run. So here is our spinner and Squirtle. Not the worst option, definitely easier to deal with the first gym, and we're going to do some grinding to kind of get back up to speed. I may not get all the way up to the Misty fight today. I'm going to gloss through a lot of the things that we have already had a look at, and I'll catch you up with the encounters that we have on our routes, just so you're aware of that, but you're not going to see a lot of the fights unless there's something absolutely necessary in that. So let's go ahead and get this run underway, and I will catch you up to speed when information is pertinent to you. Alright, here is our starter for this run. We've got Squirtle. Apparently he's really energetic. I've never really seen that descriptor there. Yes, we will be giving our Squirtle a nickname, and it is going to be, for this one, we're going to name this Squirtle Dale. I like that for this one. So Dale is along for the ride, and now we have to deal with the opposing Bulbasaur. That's not going to be particularly great, but we'll find ways to deal with it. So let's make our way through a lot of these preliminary items, and I'll catch up with you when we have our first encounters. Alright, 10 Pokeballs to start things off for us. Let's go ahead and grab our first encounters. Again, we're going to do things in about the same order that we did before. We are going to get our encounter on Route 1 and 2, and then double back and get our encounter on Route 22. Now, I'm kind of hoping that I can run into some of the higher frequency Pokemon in these areas so I can get a better chance at a Nidoran in the grass on Route 22, but we will find out. Rattata, that's another really good start. This is similar, if not identical, to where we were in the beginning of the last run. So let's go ahead and get a tackle in there, and I can probably get away with a second tackle even if it crits. So we're going to go for it. No critical hit. That's really good. That's low enough to the point where, yeah, I didn't mean to click that. But that's low enough to the point where we should be able to catch the Rattata with a Pokeball. First try. That's what I like to see. Route 1, Rattata. Rattata is going to be very useful, as he was quite useful in our last run. We are going to nickname this one, and we're going to go with Ralph this time around. I don't think I've used that name recently. But there we are. Now let's head up. We're going to stop in at the Poké Center on our way up just to be sure that we're completely topped off. And then we'll be over to Route 2 to get our next Pokemon. Alright, here we are. Tall Grass, Route 2. Let's see what we've got. And we have a Pidgey. Pidgey's not the worst thing. I would prefer a Spearow, but we have opportunities to get Spearow later on in the run as well. Though Sand Attack, as annoying as it was that I just got hit by that, would be a really good move to have at our disposal. What does the Gust do? More than I would like it to. I don't think I'm going to grind out more tackles at this point. We're just going to throw a Pokeball, because we should be able to catch the Pidgey with relative ease. That didn't happen, though. Gust coming out again. I can still live a crit. I just don't love the accuracy drop that we've had. There we go. There's the Pidgey. That's really good for us to have. And yes, we will nickname the Pidgey. We're going to name the Pidgey I don't know why I switched to lowercase there. We're going to name this Pidgey Claire, I think. There we go. Claire is added to our party. Now let's go and get our Route 22 encounter. Alright, here we are. Route 22. Really hoping to see a Nidoran here. But let's see what jumps out of the grass at us. What do we got? First encounter, and we have a Rattata. That's a Dupe's Claws. That's going to allow us to reset here. And thankfully, our Rattata is at a higher level. Let's run. And see what comes out here. There we go! That's what I was looking for. That's what I needed. Oh, that's great. I mean, it doesn't matter as much because, at least initially, it doesn't matter as much because I have Squirtle who will be able to deal with the Geodudes, Onix, and other opponents in Brock's gym. And that is all the tackling that I want to do, because if I get a crit, I lose my encounter for this route. And there we go. Nidoran has been caught. And we need to come up with a great name for this Nidoran. Let's go ahead and name it. Yes, we want to give it a nickname. We are going to nickname this one. I think Peter is a good name for this Nidoran because I highly anticipate that this Nidoran could end up being the cornerstone of our party. Especially with how powerful Nidoking can be once you get there. So, let's go ahead and move on, and I'll catch you up for the gym fights, because I'm not going to make you sit through all of the bug fights that bug trainer fights that we're going to have to go through. Let alone the grinding we have to do for our party. Alright, Viridian Forest. We are in this space to get our next encounter. Fight a couple of trainers, but let's go ahead and grab a couple of items while we're here. That's a Pokeball, and let's make our way back over this direction. I'm really surprised I didn't get an encounter right there. All the way up to this space. Looks like you will get a trainer fight out of me. Wasn't anticipating showing many of these, but hey, here's my first official trainer fight that's not with my rival. That's kind of fun. Weedle, that's not particularly good, especially because I don't have any flying type moves, because Gust was not a flying type move in this generation. String Shot, I can deal with that. I may still be able to outspeed it. That's not particularly great, but I didn't get poisoned, so he should go down to this Gust. He does not. And now we've been... Oh, he missed the poison sting. That's actually really good. That Gust is going to hit and take him out. I wish it would have crit on the last turn, so I didn't have my heart beating. And I didn't change the battle style, so we are going to ignore the chance to switch here. Not that I was planning on it anyway. And here comes our Gust to hit the Caterpie and deal about a third. We'll do more of this. And I will correct the battle style here in just a brief moment once I'm out of this fight. String Shot coming through again as long as we hit our Gust, which we should. That's going to be the end of this fight. Not bad work here from Claire. And of course Claire's going to hit level 9 because of this encounter. Nice. Really good work there. We've defeated our first official trainer. I'm going to make my rule set adjustments right here, and then we will get our encounter. I didn't want to save, I wanted the options. Text to fast, battle style set. There we go. Now, we should get our encounter right here, and we didn't. I am amazed at the fact that that didn't happen just now. But sure, let's go into our next fight. I should have switched somebody else into the primary spot here. Weedle coming out again, especially because I did not stop at the Poké Center and get my potion out of the box. So if I get poisoned here, we're going to be in trouble. Hopefully that does not happen, though. That's not quite going to take him out because he's even stronger than the last guy. Now he's going to get an extra chance to go first, but he's string-shotted, so that's good. And this Gust is going to take out the Weedle, which I'm not upset about. And Kakuna coming out here. We are going to switch over to... I don't know if the last Pokemon he has is a... if it's a Weedle or a Caterpie. So we're going to bring out Ralph so we can get some quick attacks in here. That was a nice crit. If only we can get another one of those, which we probably won't. But we're still doing decent amounts of damage, and with our quick attacks, we're ensuring that we get through his... get our attacks in before his defense goes up, which is a good point of order to make. And Claire growing to level 10, that's a little bit higher than I would have liked. Here comes a Weedle again. Quick attacks should keep us ahead of the bulk of the damage that we could take from this thing. String Shot fails, and even at that I have Quick Attack, so I'm going to be prioritized in these anyway. That's a Poison Sting, and it didn't poison me. We've gotten incredibly lucky on that front. And that gets us out of the encounter with this Bug Trainer. So all things considered, not so bad. Yes, you did run out of Pokemon. Thank you for giving me your money. And we're going to walk up here so we can actually get an encounter, hopefully, and still not have one. This should be the antidote, which is good because we're going to need that. And nothing in this back corner, so we're going to make our way down through the next patch of grass here, which is going to definitely give us an encounter, right? You're kidding. You are kidding me that I've made it this far into the forest without getting a singular encounter. I promise that I didn't repel. I wouldn't have even had one to apply. There we go. Here's our encounter for the route. It is a Weedle, and that's mildly terrifying because I don't want to have to use my antidote here if I can avoid it. That's actually really good in terms of the health it went down to, and of course I get poisoned, because why wouldn't I get poisoned there? Let's go ahead and throw a Pokeball. Hopefully that's a catch, which it is. I don't know how much Weedle's actually going to help us in our adventure. I mean, the thing is, Weedle, when it evolves into Beedrill, gets access to Twin Needle, which is the most powerful Bug-type move in the game, which is good against Psychic types, but Weedle in his evolutionary line is a poison type, which is weak to Psychic type, so you wouldn't want to bring him into a battle with Psychic type in the first place anyway. Let's name... I don't know what I want to name this guy. We need to name him something. Let's name it... Quinn, I guess? That works. Don't know why that was the name that came into my mind at this moment, but sure, there's Quinn. And now we need to use our singular antidote so Claire doesn't faint. And then we need to switch. I'm going to put Ralph in the primary spot here, because this trainer has a Weedle, I'm sure, and we want to get as many priority hits in against this thing as we possibly can. Okay, there's the Bug Catcher. Here's his Weedle. That's a level 9, so we are a little under the level, but if we can quick attack through it, we should be okay. That's going to take at least 3 hits if we can get a crit. It'll probably take a 4th. I'm fine if it continues to String Shot because I can continue to out-priority its movement, and thankfully that was a 3-hit KO, and it didn't even need a crit as one of those hits. So, let's make our way out of Viridian Forest. Let's heal up our team up here before even considering going into the gym, but we cannot get our team above level 14, which is the highest level of Brock's highest level Pokemon. So, let's make our way up to the Pokemon Center, heal up, and then do some grinding in this grass. So I will catch up to you at the gym fight. Okay, we didn't do this last time, but I'm going to do it this time, mainly because I have a team that's much better suited to take on this fight. Now, I don't know if Nidoran learns Double Kick before level 14, but I'm not too concerned about it because we can switch in our Squirtle, who has super effective moves against these gym trainers. So we're going to go ahead and start off with a quick attack from Ralph, just to get a nice hit in there. And we actually might be able to take out this Diglett by using quick attack. Yeah, we did, especially with that crit. That's not bad. Ralph gaining some really nice experience points there. Here, though, we are definitely going to switch over to Dale. Here comes Sandshrew. We're probably going to get Sand Attack. Or we get Scratch. That's fine, too. I mean, not really, but there's the Sand Attack that I didn't want to see. Here comes our Bubble. That should get us with a fair amount of damage in there, with a speed drop on that first connection and the second connection. 2 speed drops, and the Bubble missed. Here comes another Sand Attack, which is not great, but we're going to go until we either hit or we're in danger of getting crit, and that's not going to happen because it may. We can live one more crit there, and it doesn't matter because we went faster. We hit him with our Bubble, and that's not so bad. Ralph growing to level 11. Dale not quite at level 11. But as long as we get back out and we heal, we should be able to take this Brock fight, even though we are significantly weaker. And we are going to lead with Dale this time around, as opposed to switch training some of our other team members around here. So let's make our way up to the Poké Center. We'll heal up our team, and then we will walk back up to Brock and ask him for a rematch. Or not a rematch, but a primary match. Because we beat him the last time, we can beat him this time. Let's walk in and tell him that we mean business and we're here to claim our gym badge. Here we go. Around the corner. And before I talk with him, we're going to switch Dale into the primary slot of the party. Alright, Brock. Show me what you got. I know you got a bunch of rocks, so I don't know why I'm asking. Yes, I do wish to challenge you. Here we go. Show me your Geodude that likes to defense curl and ultimately doesn't mean anything here. Because he's going to defense curl or he's going to tackle, and defense curling isn't going to help him because I'm using a special attack, and the defense curl does nothing in that regard. So there we go. Geodude takes him out. Dale grew a level, which is great. We are 3 levels lower than his Onix, but his Onix is going to lead by biting or by screeching, which isn't particularly great either. Here comes a Tail Whip. We're going to drop his defense. That's a tackle coming in. We're going to Tail Whip, and I'm going to continue to Tail Whip because I knew that that was coming. I knew that he was going to try and bait me into something that I was going to regret. So we'll just keep Tail Whipping, and it doesn't really do anything beneficial for me because, yeah, it unleashed energy. Here comes our Tail Whip. And it's tackling me again. That was a crit, which wasn't particularly great. Oh, that's really not great. And speed fell. So we are going to switch to Ralph. And here comes the Bide. We're going to Tail Whip a couple of times. It's not going to do anything, but I would rather Bide a few times. There we go. Unleashed energy. And now we're going to Quick Attack, which didn't do very much. We should live through this, and if we Quick Attack 2 more times, we're going to be able to take it out, even if it does Bide. That doesn't matter. He doesn't have enough turns to unleash the energy against me because he's going to faint as a result. Nice. A little bit hairier of a fight than I would have liked, but Dale growing to level 12 and Ralph, I'm sure, growing to... Oh, didn't grow to level 12 as well. But that was actually quite nice. A little bit hairier, but it didn't require nearly as specific planning and preparation as the last time we did this was. So, Flash can be used at any time. That's cool. We can also take the Bide TM, which I don't see myself using, but it's alright. Now, let's make our way through the trainers that lead us to the next city. And I actually think that we can get back to where we were before and face off against Misty. But we are going to heal up our team and hit these trainers on the way to the base of Mount Moon. Alright, here we are, base of Mount Moon. We're going to get 2 encounters here real quick, back to back. One of them is here in the grass, and the reason I'm going for an encounter here in the grass is normally this is where I pick up a Magikarp. But because I have a Squirtle as my starter, and I have a water type on the team, it doesn't make sense for me to pick up a Magikarp and have 2 dual typing characters in the party. Or 2 characters with the same typing, I should say. So we're going to run a couple of encounters here, see what it is that we can add to our party, and it's probably going to be either a Spearow or a Jigglypuff. It's going to be one of the 2, is my suspicion here. And it happens to be a Spearow, and I can't decide if I want to give the back seat to the Pidgey in our party, because I prefer Spearow. Spearow has access to flying-type moves, and honestly some of the better flying-type moves in the game. But Pidgey has access to Sand Attack, and it's one of the few lower accuracy-lowering moves that I have access to in the game. Anyway, here's the Spearow. We've got it added to our party. Let's go ahead and, yes, give the Spearow a nickname. We're going to name it... let's name him... I don't know why I can't think of a name. Sure, we'll name him Tanner. I guess I pressed the T before I had a name in mind. So that's our encounter there. But if you thought you were done, or we were done, you are sorely mistaken. We are going to make our way into this cave, and we are going to get an encounter with probably a Zubat. But if we get a Geodude, I will be quite surprised and happy. But apparently we're getting a trainer fight here as well. So here comes Alas. I think she has a Jigglypuff. No, she has a Clefairy, which is just about as good as it could be. Here comes our Quick Attack to get some quick damage in against it. Pound. That did a lot more than I wanted it to. Growl didn't do anything to us. If we continue to Quick Attack the Clefairy, we should be able to make our way through, unless we get Sing, which is not ideal. So we are going to... No, I did not want to stay in, especially because now it's going to... Well, at least it growled, so that's fine. We're going to switch over to... I can't bring in Tanner. We're going to bring in Ralph, because Ralph knows Quick Attack, so hopefully we don't get Sing again. We got Pounded. That's not particularly great, but Quick Attack should get us through there. And as long as it doesn't crit us here, we should be... Actually, that's scary, because if it doesn't kill, then we're going to be in trouble. Quinn, I think, has the highest defense as being fully evolved right here. And even then, that was kind of a scary situation. We're going to get pounded again. I think we can live that, or we can take it out with Poison Sting. Either way, we're doing fine. Claire coming in and gaining some additional experience there. Let's switch Peter to the front of our party here, just because he's one of the healthier members at the moment. And what's our encounter? Probably a Zubat. Yes, it's a Zubat. An alternative option for a flying type if we really need it. We're going to Tackle, because Tackle has the lower power, and it shouldn't kill, but I don't dare do that again. Mainly due to the fact that, oh, that was not good. Oh, because Bug and Poison are super effective against each other in this gen. Anyway, let's throw a Pokeball, see if we can't catch the Zubat. There we go. That was easy enough. Couldn't have really asked for it to be much easier than that. So here's the Zubat to the team. We've got a Zubat in our playthroughs for our Tuesday Soul Silver runs, but we'll have to see if he makes an appearance here as well. Let's go ahead and name this member of the party, and sure, we'll go with Gary for this Zubat that we've just added to the team and added to the PC. So let's make our way out of here, heal up the team, redistribute where everybody is located, and then we'll make our way through the remainder of this cave. So I got a little greedy here, and went for a newly acquired Hyper Fang on this Coughing, and our Rattata's dead. So that's not particularly great. Let's bring in Claire so we can finish it off with a quick attack. But that's really not good that we've lost our Rattata. So we're going to have to make up for that. Unfortunate exchange there. We're going to take this Dome Fossil and then make our way out of these caves so we can get to wherever we need to be, I guess. And we'll make up for that in the best way we can once we are able to. So that's the way that things go sometimes. And here we are on Route 4. Let's get an encounter here and see what we end up with. I think there's a Sandshrew in here, but that might be in the other version. Spearow, I should really switch Claire out of the front of the party with that low of health. So we're gonna do that real quick. Ralph, that's just really unfortunate that you went out that way. Let's switch Peter to the front here. And we will probably, if I'm being completely honest, we're probably going to end up with an Ekans like we did the last time. Rattata, I mean, I could replace the Rattata that we just lost, but where I have the option for a Dupe's Claws and getting something unique, I'm going to take it. And yeah, another Rattata. It's just taunting me at this point. Mocking me at the fact that I was so careless. Alright, come on. Spearow again. I know that there's an Ekans in this grass, because I think that that's what's exclusive here. I think Sandshrews in Pokemon Blue on this route instead. Give me the Ekans. Let's get out of here. There's the Ekans we came here for. We're poison type, so we're gonna resist the hits that it gives us. I'm not gonna horn attack it because I'm way too strong for that. There's a Leer, but if we Pokeball the Ekans at this point, we should be able to catch it. Okay. And please just stay in the ball. Thank you. Will I use this Ekans? Probably not. And do we want to give it a nickname? Sure, we will. We named the last one Sneck, and that didn't go very well. So we're going to name this one a slightly different, slightly less lazy pun. I guess it's not a pun. We're going to name it Vipra. Vipra, yeah, Vipra. Just because that's different, I suppose. Let's make our way over to the Pokemon Center, bid farewell to Ralph. He was not here long. Here for a good time, not a long time, I think is the saying. And let's come over here to our PC. And let's access the Pokemon storage system. We are going to deposit Ralph. And then we are going to withdraw. Either one of them are really good. But we can withdraw Vipra. And then we can release Ralph. Yep. That's unfortunate, but goodbye, Ralph. Live forever, wherever you end up. Now, before going into the Misty fight, I am going to grind up the team a lot to the point where I have everyone at level 20. So, I will see you by the time we get into that gym. Alright, here we go into the Cerulean City gym. Now, I don't have any hard counters to anyone in this gym. Dale resists some of the hits as being the same type, but that's really about it. So Claire, I think, is the answer to specifically the Starmie that Misty has. But first, let's get through some of these trainers, and I think we should be able to get a decent amount of efficiency in here. Actually, now that I think about it, Quinn here knows Twin Needle now, and the Starmie is a Psychic type that knows no Psychic type moves. So we actually might be able to use that to our advantage here. Let's go ahead and Poison Sting. And he's going to die to poison damage here in a moment. Or maybe not. Yeah, Poison Stinging it will definitely take it out at this point. But yeah, that's kind of my general thought process at the moment. And Twin Needle hitting twice in a same turn. And back-to-back poisons on these opponents here. That's quite nice to actually have there. We're going to go ahead and Fury attack here, which not the world's wisest move, but it's another multi-hit attack that should get us a decent amount the way through this fight. Quinn doing some really good work there, actually. Quite proud of him. Let's go ahead and switch Peter to the front of our party. And since Peter is still a Nidorino instead of a Nidoking, we're fine to have him out because he's just a poison type as opposed to a poison ground type. At least I'm pretty sure that that's the case. I might be out of line here. But it should at least be enough for us to get through this Goldeen, because I don't know that the Goldeen actually knows any attacks that are of the water variety. Yeah, it knows Peck. Which technically would be resisted. Oh, nice crit. And that was really everything that we needed here out of these two gym trainers. So let's back out, let's heal up, come back in, and face off against Misty. Because this is going to go one of two ways, and I'm hoping that it's much better than what happened last week. Okay, I just double-checked, and my suspicion that Nidorino is a pure poison type is correct. It only gains the ground typing upon evolving into a Nidoking, which we could do at any moment, but it doesn't do us any good to do that right now, especially where that would give him an additional weakness that he does not currently have in this gym. Now, we'll want to do that by the time we get into Lieutenant Surge to have that immunity, but for the time being, let's see how this Misty fight goes, and hopefully it goes better than the one last week, because we had some trouble here last week. So let's start off with a Horn attack here against the Staryu, because that does the most amount of damage of what we are currently capable of dealing. Tackle, that's not the world's greatest thing here, but a critical hit there on that second one, that's actually not so bad. So here's my initial plan here. She's going to use an X-Defend on this Starmie frame 1. And so if we bring in Claire, why did it use Water Gun? She normally uses X-Defend. There's the X-Defend coming in. And we're just going to Sand Attack this thing into oblivion, so it doesn't have nearly as good of a chance of actually hitting us. That was a crit, so we should be okay to take another hit, provided that it can hit me. We're just going to Sand Attack this until its accuracy is down as low as it can go. That's all I'm really comfortable with, because if they get in another hit, we're going to be in trouble. So here is the Starmie with lowered accuracy. Water Gun's going to miss. Let's go ahead and hit the Twin Needle here. Water Gun missing again. Twin Needle should do a decent amount of damage here. and super effective hits twice. Doesn't end up getting the poison on it, but we should be able to make our way through it well enough. And yeah, this was much, much easier than last week, for sure. Excellent work from Peter and Quinn in these fights. And that is where we are going to leave things off. So thanks so much for watching and for sticking with me as we ground our way back up to where we should have ended last week. But I feel like the team that we have overall is a lot better equipped for what's coming after in the later stages of this run. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure that you leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe for that daily variety content, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everyone, and have a fantastic rest of your day.